So today we're gonna find dy dx by implicit differentiation. So we're given x squared times y plus 3x y cubed minus x equals 3. So we want to find the derivative by implicit differentiation. So one thing we must know is the product rule. So over here, the x squared times y, I'm going to use the product rule. And so we want to find the derivative in respect to x. So wherever you see a y, you're gonna have to put a dy dx. So we gotta do the product rule, and whenever you see a y, you put a dy dx. So 2x times y, right? Because you take the derivative of x squared is 2x, bring down the y, and then it's x squared times the x squared times y with the derivative of y, which is 1, but since there's a y, you have to put a dy dx. Okay, so now let's go to this part. I can actually factor out that 3, right? I can. So I'm going to factor out that 3 and bring down the xy cubed, and then just bring down that x equals 3. So I'm going to first take the derivative of this by using the product rule. So the derivative of x is just 1, so and then you're just left with y cubed plus, and then the derivative of y cubed is 3y squared, but you have to put a dy dx because there's a y. And then bring down that, don't forget about that x. And then the derivative of negative x is just negative 1, and then the derivative of 3 is just 0. Let's clean it up more. So I'm going to bring down that 2x y plus x squared dy dx. And I'm going to distribute that 3 because I factored it out. So I got it. So we're left with 3y cubed plus 9y squared dy dx times by x, negative 1 equals 0. Okay, so the goal right now is we want to find dy dx, right? So this is where we have dy dx. We have the dy dx on the x squared and this whole thing, right? So what I want to do is I want to get rid of anything that doesn't have dy dx or move it to the right side. So I could get rid of this, the 2xy, the 3y cubed, and the negative 1. So I could get rid of the 2xy by subtracting it, and then I could get rid of the 3y cubed by subtracting 3y cubed, and then I can get rid of that negative 1 by adding 1, and then I have to put it on the right side. I have to do it on the right side as well. Okay, so that cancels, 3y cubed cancels, and the 1 cancels. Now you're left with this, right? X squared dy dx, and then 9y squared dy dx times by x. What do they have in common? Dy dx. So we can factor out a dy dx. Equals negative 2xy minus 3y cubed plus 1. So I want to get dy dx by itself, so I divide everything, both sides, by x squared plus 9xy squared. So our final answer, dy dx, is 1 minus 2xy minus 3y cubed. I just put that 1 in front, and then over x squared plus 9x. And that's your final answer, and that's how you find the derivative by implicit differentiation.